Hi friends, Hollie Hobby coming to you today. We're going to be planting some seedlings in the TowerGarden. This is a trademarked brand from Juice Plus Company. I'm not a representative, but it is a product that I've used for about 3 to 4 years and I love it. Absolutely love it. So it's another fun way for us to plant some things in a garden that does not actually require dirt. This entire unit has tubing inside of it. Each of the layers can come apart. There's 4 areas to plant individual plants. And in the base here, you will see this is a tub, and this is where we're gonna put our water. So, as I mentioned, I'm not a representative. It's just a product that I really like. So this will allow for 20 plants. This is an older model. This is a tomato cage that will help support all the things that are growing inside there. So there's a couple of key components that we're going to explore as we're planting things. Number 1, you need a pump. It should come with a pump, but if you don't have one, you can easily find a pump like this from any fish supply store. So this pump is good for this amount of water. It's 120 volt, and what's going to happen is I'm going to get it attached to the hose that's inside here that pumps the water up through the pool, and make sure it's suction cupped down to the bottom before I add any water to the unit. The power cord is going to be then plugged into a timed device. So this little timer I've got set up, you can find this at any hardware store. I've got this set up to every 15 minutes turn the water on and 15 minutes water off. This is going to run day and night, and so then I don't have to worry about anything except for making sure that the water is full. The last item is a heater. This little heater is going to heat up that bin, which takes about 25 gallons, if I remember correctly. That bin is going to have some nice warm water on days where it's super cold. So I'm going to have this only plugged in at the start before I get things in there, and then I will unplug it again until we have a cold night, so that way the water doesn't freeze overnight. This is also going to be plugged into the outside, so there's holes in the basin down here where these plugs are going to come out of. You'll notice this also has a little suction cup as well. This unit is a 100 watt submersible heater, and that's important to note because there's a picture of fish. So it's safe in water. You don't want to add a heating unit that wouldn't be safe in water because that's just dangerous. Now, I've been working on these little seedlings for a while, and they've been going through the hardening process. You don't actually have to have established seedlings. They actually recommend that you start your seeds right in the tower. With the unit, it comes with these little green pods. It's basically like a kind of moss. Basically, it holds the water and moisture inside, so that way the plant can grow. And as it's growing in the unit, the roots in the base here are going to get the moisture from the water that's dripping down from the top all the way to the bottom. I'm also using some of these peat moss pods that we started indoors. Those should fit those holes very, very nicely, mostly because I just ran out of the other ones. So as a Girl Scout, use my resources wisely, right? So the things that really go good in here: tomatoes, lettuce. I've seen people grow cucumbers and brace the stems on the tomato cage. I am going to be trying cucumbers. I'm going to be trying tomatoes. I believe there might be a pumpkin or so in there. I'm just going to try it. It's an experiment. Oh, green beans, those are in there too. And if something's not successful and doesn't grow, it's easy. All I have to do is take the pod out of the unit, get it cleaned up, make sure the seed's not in there, and then add another seed. And it's going to harden itself as it's growing, since it's going to be starting outside. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Don't forget, subscribe, ring that bell, comment below. Do you use the TowerGarden? What do you grow? What do you enjoy growing? And the only thing that wouldn't grow probably in here is a rooted plant, such as carrot or beet or potato, onion, garlic. All of those probably wouldn't grow great in here, but anything leafy, such as the lettuce, chard, bok choy, all have seen success in this particular tower garden. So if you want to know how to clean it out, watch the video that I loaded from the fall on the breakdown from the season. Something I also learned over time, if you know that you're going to have plants that are very, very big and bushy, such as a really heavy tomato, you don't want to put tomatoes at the very top. They're going to consume all the water before it gets to the lower rings. So tomatoes, maybe put those at the bottom, then maybe the layer of cucumbers, and then anything else up above that wouldn't be quite as large as it's growing. Mine does have wheels on the bottom, and I was able to find that at a garden center that it's basically for mobile plants that you want to be able to turn around. Pretty fast and easy, huh? So once the water gets to about 3 inches from the top, so you can measure with your fingers, about 3 inches from the top, the water needs to be turned off, and then I'll kind of clean it all up and get everything connected to power. And it's pretty straightforward after that, my friends. The water's going to come down from the top and go through each of the layers. So there's actually holes inside here up at the top. This is the hole that I've connected the pump to, and all those holes are in each and every level it's going to drain on through. All right, friends, now that the water's in there, it only took about maybe 5 minutes. We've got all the power connected. Some important things to note, because you're dealing with a water source, you'll want to make sure that the cords are not beneath the unit itself. So it is a good idea, if you can, try to wrap things up so that way if it drips, it's not dripping down toward the cords. It'll drip out. That way you don't run electric shock issues. I'm also going to wind this around a bit too, to just make it a little bit more secure. You'll want to be sure to close that lid on the bottom so that moisture stays in, it doesn't evaporate as quickly. And what you'll see up here, you see the water starting? It's boiling up from the base and going through the sides. All right, my friends, that's the tower garden. Have fun, play in your garden, don't forget to get dirty, and be awesome. Cheers to your success.